Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a Divine Masculine reading. I had so many blockages to getting a reading done today, like everything that could be blocking me. So, I closed out this chapter finally. I was living in Philadelphia the last 5 years and I got my stuff that was in storage for 1.5 years. And so I have all these tarot decks that I originally started off with. So if you are an original subscriber of my channel, which is like, wow, almost 3 years. I can't believe it. I'm going to be coming at you with some throwback decks if you guys remember. You may not. I never really announced it, but I'm excited to use them because nostalgia's been a big theme going on lately. My journey started in 2016. I met my Divine Masculine, and themes have been coming up of 2017. Now, not me like necessarily thinking about my masculine, but just themes of that year. So then there was a nostalgia card that just got displaced twice. It's really weird, but a lot of overactive crown chakra energy. I just felt that like in a stronger way than usual. So you could have a lot of situations going on in your life that are mirroring back to you things about you and your masculine that you still haven't healed, that you still haven't worked through. And they're not really about the masculine. They're always about you and your journey, okay? So Lola might get feisty halfway through the reading, and then I'll go get her, okay? So this is one of my original decks I use. This is like my 2018 deck. Yeah, after I got my surgery, I use this a lot. It's called Small Spells. It's from like an independent deck creator. I love this deck. All right, so, okay. You know, when you first start off on the journey, both parties know that there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the inside, but nothing really gets to you until you're twin. And then you really have to do the work because you hit your lowest, right? And so I see people going through that right now in my life. And it's just really interesting. Everything's a mirror, okay? So what's going on with the Divine Masculine? Yeah, we've got heartache. And you know, it's weird because I'm feeling, and we've got death, transformation. The heartache transforms us, okay? We've got the Empress, we've got the Hangman reversed, we've got the High Priestess reversed, and the Ten of Cups reversed. So what's interesting is that this journey takes you on a spiritual journey, but at first it feels like, so when you meet your masculine or you meet your feminine, the connection that you feel, it's not just love. It's a finally like God hears me, God sees me, I feel connected to the universe, I feel supported by the universe through this meeting because whatever power is greater than me provided me this person. And it feels like God hears your cries, God is there, God is supporting you. And when that rug is ripped out from under you, you feel abandoned by God. It's all coming back to our connection to source. And even if we're not labeling it like that or conscious of that, that's what it feels like. It feels like, well, God must not care about me to put me in so much pain. God isn't there for me. God isn't giving me what I want. And it feels initially like a spiritual disconnect, but what that is a portal to the connection that you have. That is, it's not God's love, and this connection to source is not based on any 3D condition. And in fact, God puts us through these struggles so we can get, you know, I'm not from a Christian or Catholic background. I'm actually from a Jewish background, so this is like a topic that comes up a lot, but so you could get closer to God, right? Or closer to spirit, or closer to yourself, okay? And so if this is all happening for you, there's no way that the masculine is not experiencing this on some level, but their timeline is a little bit behind. And so what I feel what's happened with the masculine is that they had a lot of 3D success seemingly in the beginning. I just said that right when the clock was 444, a number I've been seeing a lot lately. And it seemed sort of like things were fine for them. They didn't have a spiritual awakening at the same time we were. But what's happened now with this hangman reverse is that everything they thought they were getting out of this, or everything that seemed like it was happening at first, they can't see clearly now. All they could see is like the feminine and what she said with the Empress, and how she was right all along, and they were disillusioned. And I feel the masculines are going through a major heartache and transformation right now, whatever it is, wherever they thought was their happily ever after. And when this happens to us, we feel like God is like leaving us, right? And that's what brings us to our knees and ultimately gets us to get into this really spiritual place, okay? So I'm being called to use. So I feel the masculine is going through some heartache right now. They're also feeling like without the feminine, they're feeling kind of like spiritually dead. This High Priestess reverse could also be like them getting to this point where they can no longer keep hidden these things they've been trying to push down. If you're dealing with a divine masculine, they're all going to get to this point where whatever they were hiding from, whatever they were quiet or shady about, is going to come forward. I find it interesting that we have the Hangman and the High Priestess, both Pisces energy reverse. So I feel Pisces, it's the last sign of the zodiac. It has the potential to really be awakened or to really get to the final stage without having done any of the work. And so an evolved versus an unevolved Pisces is a very different picture. One has the potential to be the ultimate High Priestess. The other one is kind of stuck with all the darkness of the other signs prior to, okay? So I already pulled this mystical shaman. We've got many paths. Look at that. Okay, I just said that. This is number 34. I'm going to read from the book about that. Okay, this is from the soul. I'm going to pull these two. This is from the self-awareness card deck. Where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Why am I not there? What will it take for me to feel well? If my body could talk, it would say, feed your body what it needs to be nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new, exciting goals to take your health to the next level. So our body is talking to us right now. The masculine could be going through this period where they've been abusing their body, they've been using drugs, and it's not because they had a heartbreak with their soul, but it's like their body eventually couldn't take it anymore, all of the destructive things they were doing. We have, how can I deepen my trust right now? There's nothing that humbles you more than physical illness, because without this vehicle through which we travel on this earth, we can't do anything. We can't meet any of our ego needs met. So there's nothing that humbles anyone more than physical illness. I've seen it in others. I've seen it in myself. And if you haven't had that ego death through a physical loss, you're going to have it through some illness, because that's what's happened to the world this last year, is that I'm no longer on this boat alone with someone suffering from chronic illness or watching someone, my mother, with MS. The whole world has been forced to their knees through physical illness, okay? It's a way of humbling us and realizing we have nothing if we don't have our bodies. And we're not granted our bodies. This is a gift that we have to treasure, right? And we have to treasure it not just through physical, but through our soul, through how we treat ourselves, through how we talk to ourselves. Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You could trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you could deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain within yourself so you could deepen your trust in others. We are being forced. The masculine is having to surrender their ego on some level here. I'm going to read from the book on many paths, but I wanted to pull one from here too. If the masculine is staying in their ego and they're preventing an ego death, something will eventually force there's no way for the feminine to go through a tower and awakening, and for their masculine who they crossed paths with not to have some sort of experience like that. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. I literally posted this yesterday, you guys. So anytime someone is bringing something up in us and making us feel powerless, it's our own wounds that we are giving them power. We're giving our power away continuously because of our wounded place, okay? So let's see what it says for many paths, number 34. All paths lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of loss. Consider the traveler who met two stone masons. He asks one, what is he doing? And the mason replies, I am squaring out this stone. He asks the other, who is doing the exact same thing, and gets the reply, I am building a cathedral. One man has a job, the other man has found his work and calling. He is part of an endeavor much greater than himself. Be sure you pick a path with a heart. That's so interesting. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but I talk about Deepak Chopra abundance meditation. It's 21 days. I did the whole thing a year ago, and I did all these exercises with it. But every day I pick a random day and I do it, and it always aligns with what I'm going through. And I do it in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. Last night it was about doing something that your soul is calling you to do, to give back to others, because when you give, you will always receive. We have to give. We have to give, give, give. Now, when you have, say, a masculine who's in this narcissist energy and they just take and they just destroy, there's no way for that energy not to come back to them. So whatever we give is what we're going to get, okay? Your call now is to take a big, bold step and leave the beaten path. Heaven and earth are conspiring on your behalf to support you in this move. Okay, you have outgrown your current situation and risk losing your way in your own backyard. You are being called to step out of your comfort zone. Respond now while the call is still a gentle whisper. Even though the woods look thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach your destination. Remember, if you do not know where you are going, any path will take you there. So we're being challenged right now as a collective. There's no way for the feminine to be challenged in ways and the masculine not to be challenged, all right? So that's just what it is. The masculine is always mirroring the feminine in some way. What themes are coming up for you feminines lately? What is coming up? What wounds are coming up for you to look at and for you to realize anyone in anything? Okay, so when you love someone and you lose them, I'm just hearing like Richard Marx, it's like my romance music, or Right Here Waiting for You just came up, right? I don't know why, but that yearning, like right here waiting for you, okay? But when you lose someone you love, you feel like you're being ripped open, like who you are is being taken from you. But when you really get this awareness on the journey, you realize everything you were attributing on the outside, it was like a projector of your own love, of your own self-love, of you. You carry you. So anything you're feeling is coming from you. You can't lose yourself on this journey. You can only see yourself. And that's what the masculine, there's no way they don't see something in the feminine that's coming from them, okay? We have milk and honey. I always freaking get that card. And blessed. These are both really, look at this, all that glitters. Now, blessed and milk and honey. No matter how painful this journey is, no matter the deaths and the heartache, it's actually really sweet because it brings you back to yourself, okay? No need to fear, surrender, okay? Because it's all helping you. Now, when you really start to realize, you realize every heartache on this journey, everything your masculine did, all the ways that they challenge you, all the ways that anyone challenged you are blessings. I need the book for this, All That Glitters. I mean, obviously this is to me, everything. You have to trust your intuition too with that high priestess, because when you see something and it's not sitting right with you, you know deep down what is going on. And then you start questioning and you start asking, but really you have all the answers within you. Okay? So there is a lack of trusting ourselves on this journey, and that's a big part of it. A need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing every sparkly new thing, being merciful. So mercurial, being mercurial. Sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. So when you see your masculine with the karmic, or anyone, and you think they have, you're projecting what you would feel in that moment. You're creating a story based on what's coming from within. It's all from within. So when you see something and it seems amazing, it's because you've attributed your own fairy tale story to what you're seeing. And then you end up feeling like a dissonance from that. Ooh, this fate is on the bottom underneath, and it's number 17, and I've never seen this card. The rainbow here, the milk and honey, the sweetness, this takes time. This takes effort. This takes dedication. It doesn't just happen, okay? Whatever's meant to be will find a way, but it's not going to be the way you want it to happen. It's about patience. It's about doing the work. It's about being ready. Blessed, something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from spirit. Okay, I want to look up the fates. My sacral always goes off when I do readings here, guys. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing that they're what those things are. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and try not to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. It is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery after all. Yet what we do with our circumstances, the way we respond to life's challenges, is how we rise up and greet our destiny. Okay. I'm going to pull from my Stay Inspired deck. I'm going to get messages from the masculine too. So everything that's happening in our world is a way to challenge us to let go and surrender and allow people to be where they're at. Allow ourselves the opportunity to accept moments just as they are and trust that they're working out in our favor, even if they don't look like it in the moment. Look, we have fear and surprises. Look at this. I haven't pulled this card yet from my deck, and I love it. Unexpected beginnings are the best ones. You guys, I just said that in the blessed. It says unexpected. Expect the unexpected in life. Just when you think it's over could be the beginning of your best story yet. And so that's what we have to keep knowing. Life is full of surprises. We can't control anything. I've been doing a lot of readings in the kitchen on this sunflower thing, and there's a certain time when I want to do those readings. Hold on, let me just say. Fear is your brain's way of interpreting a threat, but it isn't always accurate. Breathe and speak your words of light to calm your brain down. Now, someone said, they don't necessarily like affirmations because they feel it's kind of like you're bullshitting yourself. That's not really what affirmations are about. Your limbic system, that part of you that's sometimes running the show when you're in fear, is like a little 3-year-old baby that can't calm down. And when you speak calmly to yourself, you're calming your limbic system down, you're rewiring your brain, you're changing your cells. It's not about convincing yourself. Actually, the limbic system is very receptive to how you speak, like a baby just developing. So they are, like, that part of your brain is receptive when you're in fear, okay? So it's not about just trying to manipulate yourself. Affirmations, okay? I used to think that, but when you get sick and you have to rewire your brain, it's a totally different story here. All right, this is like a new deck of mine, and there's a lot of cards that I don't necessarily know their meaning. So it is the Star Seed, Syrian Star Seed Tarot. I just want to get a couple messages. When you go through heartache, when you go through those Three of Swords moments, for instance, like, oh, that's what I was going to say. So I'm a flight attendant. When I went through those moments and then I would go to work, I would have the most spiritual connections with flight attendants. I would have these divine meetings, and I saw the sweetness within the pain, the surprises of, it's not the thing that you think that makes you better. It's the way people come through, the angels that you meet, the the connections you make amidst this heartache. It's the way that God shows up in a surprising way, okay? All right, we've got alchemy. And we've got 4 of orbs. Forgot what the orbs are. See, I don't really know this deck that well. Swords. 4 of swords. Changes happen through space, through meditation, through connecting to yourself, okay? You are the alchemist of your life, but see what it says for alchemy. This is once Starseed has experienced and understood the true significance of transition from one state of being to another, he or she explores the alchemical process of transmutation, whereby elements are combined to create new forms. While the ancient alchemists were supposedly attempting to change lead to gold, we have gold again, their higher purpose was in transmuting the dense physical body into the spiritual light body of the enlightened soul. The alchemy key employs the magical process of glass blowing, whereby the 4... Okay, let us not forget the consciousness of the artist. The alchemy key is rich in meanings and can be... What elements can I bring together to create a new perspective? How do I balance various aspects to bring harmony into my life? What is the right blend of ingredients for the situation at hand? And this comes from going within. And I love every time Deepak Chopra says that in his meditations before everyone, he says, now go within. I immediately just calm down because it is all within. It's all inside, guys. Nothing is happening on the outside. It's all coming from within, and we're projecting it outwards. Okay? And then we've got Ace of Swords on the bottom. And you guys, if you've been watching me, know that I keep getting this. We're getting clarity. We're awakening. Our higher consciousness is growing. This is Ace of Swords. Okay? Even just saying go within, I got calmer. Because that's where it's at. Those are where the answers are at. Okay, let's get one more, and then I'm going to get into the reflection. Yeah. And this is back. Everyone is shining back to us who we are. Okay? It's all finding ourselves. We find ourselves on this journey. We go within. Beautiful, beautiful messages. On that note, what does the masculine want to say to the feminine? This is from All Things Intuitive. This is from In the Shadows, so this is a deeper. The masculine is definitely facing their shadows, and through the feminine, helps the masculine transmute their shadows. They're never the same once they meet a divine feminine, and vice versa. I scared myself that day because they saw their reflection. Okay? You scared them because they saw their reflection. You are not part of my plan. You were not part of their 3D plan. You were the unexpected surprise. You scared them. You were the surprise. Okay? I know I made a mistake. So what they thought they were getting out of this is not at all what they got when they met the Empress. They met themselves. They met this spiritual journey. They met God. They met their creator. They met this connection. Okay? All right, I'm going to grab Lola because I know you guys love her, and we'll do a deeper truth with her. Come on, baby. He's a good girl. Yeah, we're going to go on camera, honey girl. She was so good. She calmed down without me getting her. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. And she's tastes like peanut butter because I gave her a peanut butter. I know you guys love her. How could you not? This is a deeper truth with Lola. I'm so grateful for all of the unexpected surprises on this journey. All the times I was in so much pain. I didn't think I would ever get out of those moments. And God and the universe delivered me in these creative, divinely orchestrated ways that I never thought were possible. I was never in control of this journey. My higher self set out to grow in ways that I on the 3D was never prepared for. But I continue to surrender to know that I am being divinely guided, and I am healing and aligning and balancing in ways I never thought were possible. I trust the journey. I let go of the need to make it perfect or to make it seem sense from my conscious self. I allow my consciousness to keep growing. I love myself. I accept love where it is given, and I let go of trying to open doors that aren't opening because there's something they're showing me. There is something within that I need to heal, and I trust that I am healing and I am growing and I am changing and I am evolving and I am supported and I am loved despite ever not feeling love. I am so, so loved and supported. I am worthy of love. I am love and I am loving, and I deserve a beautiful love from a place of health and healing and well-being. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for loving Lola the way I do. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Bye.